If Al-Ghazali did not kill philosophy, why did he place revelation above human reason? Because for Al-Ghazali, reason was indispensable, but it was not infinite. Today, faith and reason are often presented as rival armies. Faith means obedience, reason means questioning, and eventually we are told every person must choose which side they belong to. But this was not how the Islamic intellectual tradition understood the problem. The Quran does not repeatedly ask human beings to stop thinking. It draws attention to the heavens, the earth, and the order of creation, and calls them signs for people who use reason. Muslim theologians therefore asked, what can the human mind know by itself? Some Muʿtazilite and Maturidis thinkers argued that reason could recognize certain truths about God, morality, and the need for prophecy, even before a person encountered revelation. Revelation was not introduced to destroy reason. Reason helped establish why revelation could be trusted. Al-Ghazali's position was more subtle than simply saying, revelation is true, so thinking is dangerous. In fact, he argued that when a genuine rational demonstration conflicts with the literal wording of revelation, the text may require a deeper, non-literal interpretation. Reason could therefore correct the way a human being had interpreted revelation. But Al-Ghazali also believed that prophecy gives access to truths that unaided reason cannot discover for itself. Reason could guide the traveller, it could test the path, but it could not pretend to see the entire landscape. Ibn Rushd placed even greater confidence in philosophy. He argued that true demonstration and true revelation could never genuinely contradict one another, because truth cannot oppose truth. When they appear to conflict, the failure may lie in our reasoning or in our interpretation of the text. Al-Ghazali and Ibn Rushd disagreed profoundly about how much philosophy could prove, but neither man believed that Islam required the death of the intellect. Their disagreement concerned the authority and limits of reason. And perhaps this is where the modern debate goes wrong. Reason becomes arrogant when it assumes that whatever it cannot explain cannot be real. But faith becomes intellectually weak when it uses revelation as an excuse to avoid difficult questions. One turns to the mind into an idol, the other refuses to use the mind at all. The Islamic mind attempted something harder, to cultivate an intellect sharp enough to question, but humble enough to recognize that it is not God. Faith does not begin where thinking stops. It begins when thought has traveled as far as it honestly can, and no longer mistakes its own horizon for the edge of reality. Fear asks, what if I cannot control what comes next? Faith answers, even if I cannot. Not because faith has no reasons, but because reason was never meant to give us control over everything.